What's up, everybody? You watching On Air with Nick Driver podcast. I'm here with one of my friends, Suzanne Whitford. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. You know what? This is a big moment for you right now. You got a song coming out.
I do.
November,
It's exciting.
November 22nd.
November the 22nd. It's the teaser to the Hallmark movie. Can't tell you any more than that.
Right.
The single is There's a Song in My Heart, and I'm really excited about it.
That's awesome. You recorded some of the vocals here at the studio I have here in Zebulon. What'd you think about that process? Me and you in here, we were cutting up a little bit. We were having fun. When you opened the door, you were like, "Oh my God, who is this little ghetto hippie that you just guys sent me to?"
I had a ball that day. It was just the coolest thing, going in that little booth and singing again. I mean, it's been a while since I've been in the booth, so That was really fun for me. But the greatest part of it was when we got to play with the machine, and you got to play with the voice a little bit, and that was just fun because as Nick Driver, he's going to play with the voice a little bit to get me to laugh. And I did. So that was fun.
Yeah, that was a good time. That was a good time. And I want to tell you something too. You were one of the easiest, nicest artists that I've ever worked with. And you're very talented as well. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I really work with some a-holes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't want to be that.
You weren't that. So. But yeah, so November 22nd.
November 22nd.
You guys putting it out? Is it coming across platforms like Spotify, iTunes? Are you guys putting it out more as like a physical type? Is a video coming out? Like just tell everybody what you got going on.
Well, it is a video, and it's going to be on YouTube to start. Okay. So the premiere will be on YouTube. We'll get the link out there just as soon as we get this thing ready.
That's what's up. So it is coming out November 22nd on YouTube, guys.
Yes.
And have you guys already shot the video?
They are in the process of getting, I think, a little bit more footage. Okay. But I have done my part. I am so excited about it. So I'm kind of anxious to see the whole thing put together.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Because you're working with Evelyn with the video, right?
Yes.
She does amazing work and stuff. I've worked with her a lot over the years. She does amazing stuff, regardless if she's doing stuff for Hallmark TV shows, movies. Evelyn's my homie, man. She's good. Yep. She's a good person. And
yes, she is.
She is. So I'm guessing holiday season's coming up, right?
It's coming.
I'm guessing your favorite holiday is Christmas.
How do you know?
I mean, I'm just guessing.
Do you see Christmas stuff? Oh, I was going to say, I do have stuff in my office here. So I was looking, is there Christmas stuff around? I do. I love Christmas. This is going to be a great time.
I was walking around Crabtree the other day on my lunch break, and I saw this big giant like light up gift. It was like one of the decors, and it was hanging in the middle.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, it's coming. Christmas is coming, man. It's just a good time of the year. It makes you feel good.
It does.
And it's after election season.
Oh, thank God
knows we need help after that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So okay. So There's a Song in My Heart is the name of the video. So tell me a little bit about it. Like as far as where were you at with the lyrics when you were writing? Were you writing them?
I did.
Tell me about that process as far as when you were writing them. Where were you at mentally? What was going on in your mind, your heart?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I wrote this song in 1998, and I was going through somewhat of a crisis of faith, and as I was as I was going through this crisis, I was just really seeking to know, because there was a lot of things in my past that, you know, things that people say, you know, you're supposed to believe this, you're supposed to believe that, whatever it was. And different denominations, everybody's got one. So, but there was some issues that just didn't seem to add up to me. So I was going through that crisis of faith, and I just started seeking God. And so we were in the process of a Bible study. I was, and my husband. And as I was just doing my study time, this song came to my heart after I had studied the book of First Peter. And it was in that book. I'll give it real brief here. It was talking about suffering. And because of the things of my past, what I grew up in, I did not want to suffer anymore. And I said no, because I did come from an abusive home. So, as God would have it, I sat on my bed doing my study, complaining with him, talking with him, saying, oh, no, you can't expect me to suffer. I've suffered enough. And he just, you know, I don't say spoke to my heart verbally, but I felt in my heart, no, you need to surrender to me, because when you surrender to me, I will take care of all of that. We're not talking about suffering at the hands of man. We're talking about living for the Lord, suffering for the Lord's sake. And that's just living for him and giving glory to him. And that's what I wanted. So in the process
that's amazing.
of that,
that's amazing, by the way. It's amazing, by the way.
Well, in the process of that, the Lord started giving me songs. And this was one of the first songs that I wrote. And this was actually, I call it my testimony song, because there's a song in my heart, and it was just for him. And it was what he had done in my heart in changing me. And I tell you what, I was not the same person when I walked out of that room that day. And when he gave me this song, it just solidified everything to me of what he's done. And now here we are, 2024, and he's using it. You know, it just blows my mind. Blows my mind.
I mean, my granddad used to say, God has no timeline. He does stuff when he wants to do it, man. Whenever it can make a difference for people, you know. And I mentioned something to you. I mentioned something recently that actually, now I am probably, I was baptized when I was younger. I don't think I've ever mentioned this to anybody really, especially on podcast stuff, but this would be a great one for us to talk about this on. So I was baptized when I was very young, maybe 9-10 years old. And, you know, as you get older, you're exposed to more things. You're more, you know, but the Bible always talks about a childlike faith, you know. And, you know, the one thing that I don't know about you, but I think you can relate to this because of what you were saying earlier. One thing that I always had trouble with in scripture was there's this verse, and I want to say it's in Kings. It's in one of the Kings, and it's basically 2 she-bears comes out of the woods, right?
Yeah.
And mauls like these 30 kids or whatever. But I was like, why would this happen? Why? And you get to looking at it, and you're looking at it. Well, actually, the person that cleared this stuff up for me was actually my dad, because he knows how inquisitive I can be about things. And, you know, and there's a lot of stuff that is translated differently from Hebrew to English. And it turns out, you know, it's a completely different story than what I thought was happening. And they weren't exactly kids. They were young men who actually intended harm on Elisha at the time, which was that prophet. And, you know, so I understand it. So, you know, but just having something that simple explained to you can really clear your mind up about certain things. But I do think us as believers, and God knows I am probably one of the worst ones out there, but I will say this. I do think, you know, the closer you get, sometimes our brains can get on these little tangents, and we get really sidetracked by these things that don't matter. Like, for example, my brain, the way it worked with that particular verse. So It's very easy. Very easy to. It's very easy to, if you don't understand something, to be like throw your hands up at it.
Yeah.
But
absolutely. And a lot of times people will, especially if they're having a crisis of faith, will walk away from God and, and try to explain him out instead of embracing the fact that, hey, maybe I just don't understand what's going on. And give him some time because, we're not the smartest cookies on the block all the time. And we really have to learn, I spent a lot of time studying because from that moment on in my life, I felt like he had given me the gift to not just to sing, but that was a part of pouring into people's lives to teach them the word of God, because that's what he's put in my heart, what he's done in me. And my gift, spiritual gift, so to speak, is exhortation. So how am I going to exhort you in the word? I'm going to teach you, but I'm going to sing to you too, and that kind of thing. But I had to learn, and he had to change me. I love the fact that he is changing me, transforming me by the renewing of my mind in his word. I'm not doing it on my own. He does it, but I just have to be patient with him because, he's perfect patience. He's teaching me to walk in it.
Yeah, it's hard to have patience. I'm not a patient person, I mean, I'm a patient person sometimes. But when it comes to me and my personal life, when it comes to me and my friends, I can be pretty patient.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's going through something pretty hardcore, I can be pretty patient. But then I'm really impatient with myself about the smallest things.
That's me. That is
so
me.
You the same way?
I am. I am. I want right now, results right now, Suzanne. Why did you do that?
That's right. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. So I want to switch gears here for a second, ask you a couple random questions. You ready?
All right. I'm going to try.
All right. Now, I have a couple chores around the house I hate doing, right?
Uh-oh.
I just hate it. What are some chores that you absolutely are going to pawn off on your husband if you can and get away with it that you hate doing?
Oh, ironing. That's what dryers were made for.
It's for the birds, man.
That spray stuff you put on there.
Yeah.
I do not like ironing at all.
Yeah,
but
I hate
pretty much everything else I'll do.
I hate vacuuming because I picked something up from my grandma when I was like younger. She didn't have like I guess she put a bunch of rugs down to protect the carpet.
Yeah.
And now I have like 1,000 rugs. I mean, you've been in my place. I got like 1,000 rugs. I don't know what I'm like worried about. It's like, it's just carpet, but I have to pick up all these rugs every time
you vacuum, you're just preserving that rug underneath.
Yeah, evidently I really care about his carpet. So.
Hey, it costs so much money nowadays, right?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Suzanne,
yes.
Your new video comes out November 22nd on YouTube. And is there anything else you want to tell anybody?
Well, I just hope you'll tune in. You'll watch it on the 22nd. Be excited with me. Don't critique me too hard.
Oh man, I tell you, man,
fun. Just
I have heard. With it. I was literally in the studio with you, and you have a beautiful voice. You're a wonderful person to work with. You're a wonderful human being, and I wish you nothing but the best. And I think this song and this video is gonna be really amazing. And I think it's gonna touch people in a great way. And I think it's very nice being able to work with somebody like you that was a very positive person in the world. So,
well, you're very kind, Nick. Thank you for those kind words.
No doubt. All right, you have a great day. You guys watch it On Air with Nick Job podcast. Suzanne's new video comes out November 22nd. Everybody go check it out. You guys have a great day. You take care, Suzanne.
Yay, you too. Thank you.
Yes, man.